Welcome back to Dolor Factor. I've decided not to open the phone lines right now because I've just got so many messages here that we need to try to get through. But one thing I wanted to touch on tonight is the fact that when people talk about single and professional women, they think of women like that to be maybe very strong characters, maybe difficult to get along with. Yes, there are some people who are very proud of single professional women, especially when you're flying the flag for St Lucia, because we're a very proud country. But don't you think that somewhere along the line, it's many, you can maybe respond to this question, that slowly but surely it's starting to feel that a man's place from being like this in charge is slowly just coming like this? Why is it? Because women are too independent? You know, why is it? Because perhaps we're not including our men as we used to, because we're maybe going off on our career, maybe forgetting sometimes that we do have other partners or other people in our lives. I mean, what's your thought on this? But, you know, earlier on we were talking, Tekla, and I was saying that I feel, I don't know if you're familiar with a pop star called Boy George in England. He's right. He used to sing this song, Come, 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 Kali. Right, okay. So he was singing this song, and he had an interview once, and he said that drinking a cup of tea was actually better than sex. And when you're single, and you just get used to your own way of life and so on and so forth, you don't even need a man to have sex these days, is it?
Not at all.
You can do all kinds of stuff. Yep. So what's happening with, I mean, do you feel that way? I mean, I'm making these kind of statements. As a woman, do you feel this way as well, that a man's role is diminishing when you think of an independent, strong woman?
Definitely, you do. Because, for example, I've built my own home. I've bought my own vehicle. I've educated myself. I have a more closer relationship with God. So when I look at a man in my life, if he's not going to be my husband or add some value to my life, be a friend and a father figure to my children and my grandchildren, what really am I doing if a man? Just for sex? Or just to be part of the society and say, I have this man as a handbag or this show off going to a function? You ask yourself, what is it worth? You don't want to be on a schedule, because some of them feel that because you're a professional woman, I'm hardly in St Lucia, I live overseas, and I come in, so then, okay, she's the ideal woman to have. She takes care of herself and her family, so she might probably need a little let off once in a while. And then you invite them to your home, and the first place they run early is to your fridge. They and drink off of all your juice,
and
they do not even walk with a bottle.
You don't necessarily invite them to your home, you know. They invite themselves to your home.
Agree with you.
And then you're laughing. And then they invite themselves to your home once, twice, 3 times. But do you get to their home?
Not at all. They never invite you to theirs, whether they be single, married, or otherwise. Not for once.
Let me say that I disagree 100% with the interpretation that men are becoming
gigolos.
Are becoming having less of a role to play in the family.
Yes,
because I often say to friends, one of the mistakes we make in life is that we tend to make rational assessments of irrational people, rational assessments of irrational situations. We tend to judge everybody else on the basis of our own values. And number one, I think that the number of professional women is a minority.
Yes, now you made up.
You want to say that? Okay, you know what? You made up. I've got to say something about that.
Let me make my point.
Okay.
And that I can also say for a fact that uncomfortable to you and Delia, an uncomfortable number of women will disagree with you that they don't need a man in their life.
Listen, Earl, you made a strategic point, and you said a woman would judge a man, or people would judge people based on their values. What are my value systems? I believe in family. I believe in husband, wife, and children.
And
you bring up your family.
You remain single.
Idealistically. But I don't need a boyfriend, would I?
It's up to you. It's a choice. It's a choice that you could choose between a boyfriend and a husband. A husband starts off being your boyfriend.
Definitely, I agree with you, because you don't just pick up a man off the streets and you marry. It takes a relationship, and it takes building.
Let me share a real experience. I cannot mention the friend's name. There are two Caribbean friends, two very strong characters. The guy is a politician and a lecturer and an academic. The woman is an academic, a lecturer as well, but a feminist, a superior feminist is what she's being described by men, superior feminist.
Is it their perception of her?
They worked together, they worked in the same place, they got together, they got married.
Okay.
They got married on Friday evening. They had the party. The Saturday morning, the woman got up. She made the breakfast. Not something that she normally did, but she's trying. She decides she's going to be a wife.
Right.
So she gave him his breakfast Saturday morning. Sunday morning, they woke up and he said, "Darling, where's the breakfast?" And she said, "But it's your turn." They were happily separated after that.
Okay.
Because in all of his academia and all of that, he still felt his wife's role was to make breakfast for him every morning.
But
so you think it was fair to her that he would sit down and think?
No,
or have the perception that the wife is the breakfast
but he never accepted it. As far as he was concerned, he got married to his wife to take care of him. And that's why eventually, at the end of it, he said to me, "Earl, I choose a country girl because I know my country girl know her place."
Well,
now,
you know what?
He and I had a whole
before he married her, he should have known that that's the way she is.
Right.
He didn't. He probably didn't know.
Oh, well.
No,
they hadn't lived together before.
It brings us back to your point, because you said that people should date and get to know each other. And if you're going to make a decision of getting married, which is a serious commitment, you should get to know, although you do not know everything about somebody.
It doesn't always work.
But you should, I mean, there's communication.
Yeah, but it doesn't always happen.
All right, let me just say something here, because we're going to go round here. It's a good example, but there are still some more things. Now, you were talking earlier about, you know, single women and so on and so forth. I want to just say to you, well, a couple of things, viewers. I want to give you a little hint here, because I was talking about those pans at Valmore, and I was actually talking about Sunbeam. People can remember there was Sunbeam and Cuisine Select, and they actually have those at Valmore now. So those are kind of old-time brands.
That's
but they're very
long-ago brands?
Yes, but they're very old, faithful brands, just like how they used to make the cars, you know? Right. So to help you along with your answer, I mean, look, I've just kind of Sunbeam and Cuisine Select, you can't go wrong with those. But one of the points I wanted to bring up was that I actually asked the members, the DFL members on the BBM, when they think of single professional women, who comes to mind? I have over 100 names here, because you were talking about them being in the minority. When I got these, to me, single professional women are not in the minority. Yeah, they really are. And I want to just play a very quick game with both of you. Guess some of the names that are on this piece of paper. Guess. Single professional. Susie DeVay, she's there.
Mary Francis?
Mary Francis, she's there. Earl, come on, give us some single professional women.
I haven't been given it thought.
No, so nothing comes to mind. Single professional women. I'm going to give you some of them. Cheryl Skeet, who's the owner of Habitat Terrace. Now, I'm just reading some names. I mean, if you're not single, we don't know. We're not minding your business. All right. Erwin Louisi, the owner of Barefoot Holidays. Janique Delmar, the owner of JD's. Davina Lee, I'm sure we know. Shanta King, Veronica Joseph, Miss Raymond, the former dean of Sir Arthur Lewis, Teacher Division. Geraldine Sempri. Rosalind Alexander, Jenny Alcid, the Assistant Airport Manager in Viewfort, Eleanor Alexis, Dr. Christine Paris, Claudia Francis, Lyra Pascal, Lorena Primus, Maria Fontenelle came up a few times, Dr. June Suma, I'm not sure, but her name came up, Juliet Braithwaite, Mary Francis, we said, and Susie Devan, Dr. Sylvia Marius, Gillian Friends, Zimi Polian. I mean, the list goes on. The principal of the Bellevue Combined School, Sally Ann Cotter, loads of them. Now, the top, I say the top 5, but you know who got the most votes? Joyce Auguste.
Wow.
Dawn French, Minister Rambali, the Honorable Albina Reynolds, and Emma Hippolyte. I actually came up quite a few times, but the number one, guess who? Number one single professional woman in St Lucia.
Emma?
Not Emma.
Susie?
Not Susie. We're going to open the telephone lines, and the person who gives me the number one, I'm going to give them something, all right? We're going to go to a break. Quickly, here's our giveaways. Name a brand of stainless steel cookware that you can get from Valmont, okay? I'm going to throw you that question very quickly, try and answer that. And also, Carrasco & Son, they have a shop in Rodney Bay. What is the name of that? You have about 2 minutes to respond to that. The first person who calls after the break gives me the number one single professional woman in St Lucia, according to our BBM, of over 100 names, will get something from me. This is Dolor Factor Live on DBS. We'll be right back.